Is that good?
Years since I've been alive, and they do lots of fiddle music, lots of violin music, and they're all Suzuki method trained. So these kids learn by ear. They don't read their music. They don't do anything like that. They're all ear trained. So very interesting, super fun. You ready for it? Alrighty. And without a further ado, we have Fiddleosity.
One, two, three. How are you guys doing out there? It's getting warm now. It was a little chilly earlier, wasn't it? We're going to do a song called San Antonio Rose. One, two, three.
moonlit path by the Alamo. And rose, my rose of San
was Fiddleosity. Everybody, let's give us a hand. That feels kind of weird to say. Let's give Mia a warm welcome. And our next division is Adult Round 1. Adults is when it gets, I just aged into the adult division and I'm scared. So how many people do we have in the adult division? We have 3 people in the adult division. I think they're getting ready right now. But now is a great moment for us to mention one of our sponsors. One of our sponsors is Kennedy Violins. And I mentioned this earlier today, but I've gotten every single violin I've ever owned from Kennedy Violins. This one is from Kennedy Violins. I've owned it for like 5 years. And I've been playing for like 10, and every single fiddle I've gotten ever is from there. And they actually donated a really, really beautiful fiddle. And it has what is essentially a port to make it connect to an electric speaker on it, which I don't have, and it's incredibly hard to install in violins. And you can raffle one for literally $3. One ticket is $3, 2 tickets are $5, I believe, right? Yeah, it's a super nice fiddle, and I won a guitar last year because I entered a fiddle raffle here. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you spend a few bucks just to see maybe you could get a very nice violin if you were interested in starting violin lessons with Aaron. Aaron and Denise are the ones who put on the fiddle contest every year. We call them Mama Carter and Mama Carter because they're our fiddle teachers, and they've been both of my fiddle teachers for like over a decade now. So that's a perfect reason to just start learning to play the fiddle. Do you ever get asked what the difference between a fiddle and a violin is?
Oh, I do, pretty often.
You do? You do? Do you know the difference?
There's a couple differences. So typically they are the same instrument. Mm-hmm. They're 100% the same instrument. But typically, with a violin player, they're going to find something that's a little bit smoother, a little bit better for that type of music. And fiddle players, they like a little bit boomier. They like a little bit stronger violins, and it really comes down to how you play them, though. That's the main difference.
So they are the same instrument, or they're not?
100% the same instrument.
They're the same instrument.
But the preferences of some fiddle players and the preferences of some violin players will be different, and they'll pick a little bit of a different one for the job.
Okay, so they're the same instrument, but are they just like played differently?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you can use like the names fiddle and violin interchangeably?
Not necessarily, but when you're playing fiddle music, it's a fiddle. Mm-hmm. And when you're playing violin music, it's violin.
So, I mean, under that logic, you could buy that violin over there and play fiddle music. Or you could buy the fiddle over there and play violin music, because it's just how you play it. Just in a second here, we're waiting for our judges to I think, get ready. They just came off their lunch break. Okay, we're getting unsticky, she's saying. She's getting hand sanitizer after lunch. And then we're going to jump right into our first division of the afternoon. What is that noise? Wow. After adult round 1, we're going to have junior round 1, which is very competitive. I have a number of friends in that division, and there's a reason I'm not playing this year. Probably because I'm in the adult division. But if I was in the junior division, I'd be scared, because we have Lorelei, who you just saw. We have Tristan, who I'm sure many of you know. You know Tristan, Denise. So we have people coming out all the way from Texas. Whoa, that just died. All the way from Texas to be in this. So they are good players. How are we looking for the adult division? We're having some conversations here. Apparently there's some new rules. We have the open division round 1 very last. So you guys should stick around for that, because the open division is essentially anyone who wants to compete, no matter your division, your age, your skill level. It's basically where all the masters compete against each other. So last year we actually had Tristan, who's like 14, he competed against grown adults. So we have what I believe to be the most entertaining round at the very end. So you guys should stick around for that. And it looks like, what was the new rule?
And so did you know that anyone in the junior division or above can actually enter into the open division as well with another entry fee.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you can do both divisions?
You can do both divisions. You will have to pay another entry fee, though.
Okay, you can do both divisions as long as you don't repeat tunes. So, hypothetically, if I wanted to have 2 rounds, and one is for the junior division, and I was also 14 and wanted to be in the championship division, I could do that too. So that's a new rule. Last year you weren't able to do that. So maybe we'll have some double competitors. And tomorrow maybe we'll even have some triple competitors because we also have our twin division, which means that you can go on stage with another person and play a harmony and a melody or two of both melodies. We had some really, really beautiful duets last year, so I suggest you come and stick around for that as well. How are we looking, judges? We doing good? We're doing fantastic? Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Can we get, for the judges, can we get a list for them for who is playing? I think that might be helpful so that they know who's competing. But first, while they're doing that, it does give me some time. Do you want to read off some of our current sponsors besides Kennedy Violins who very generously donated that fiddle for us?
Oh yeah. So of course we'd love to thank Kennedy Violins, but we'd also love to thank Buy Mart. We'd love to thank the fair itself, and thank you to Carrie Edwards again for the very, very nice donation for the live stream.
Yeah, without our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to put this on. We have a lot of volunteers as well. We have a lot of volunteers from Washington Old Time Fiddlers Association, District 9 and 10, who without we wouldn't be able to put this contest on. And it's actually pronounced WATFA. It's an acronym. But that's one of our biggest sponsors as well. Again, without these sponsors, we wouldn't be able to put this show on. And I love being here, and I hope you love being here. You love being here. I don't know what we'd do without them. So let's give them a really big hand. Thank you guys. Did the judges get the said sheet that they needed? They did. Okay, then we're gonna proceed with adult round 1. Okay, so first up we have Natalie Guptill. Is Natalie Guptill ready for playing? If we could just have all of the adult players line up right now so we don't have to do what we did this morning where we're like scrounging for people, that would be great. If we could have Natalie, I know what you look like, Natalie. I just played with you. Come here. Where are you? I'm looking for you. Yeah? She's playing through her set. She should be playing through her set up here. She's probably practicing. We have a practice corner over there. We have a parent running to get them. Yeah, we have a really good lineup for both junior and our adult division. Do you know anyone who's playing in the adult division? It's right here.
Well, it looks like in the adult division today, we're going to be having Natalie Guptill, Justin Burnett, Jeremy Scher, and Jason Tashia.
Awesome. If we could get everybody lined up next to the stage, that'd be great. And then if you want to stick around after, it's Junior Division Round 1. All right, I see Natalie. I'm making eye contact directly with Natalie. Hi, Natalie. Are you ready? And Natalie, it says, I'm not actually sure you added a bio. Did you add a bio to your sheet? Okay, what do you like to do in your free time then? What do you like to do in your free time then? Piano? Oh, you're a dual instrument. You're a tri-instrument player. She also plays guitar. She was up here earlier today playing guitar as well. Very musically inclined. Do you want to let us know what you're going to play?
I'm going to play Sally Johnson, Whistler's Waltz, and Topeka Polka. Okay.
That was Natalie Guptill, everybody.
Alrighty, so next up we're going to be having Justin Burnett. It looks like his hobbies include hitting things with a hammer while being very caffeinated and not catching fish.
He says, I also apparently, yeah, you try. Is it fun to just try? Okay, that's good, that's good.
Also, certified last place Washington State Adult Division 2024.
Did you put that on your, there is a section for recent contest won, and he said last place in Washington State Adult Division 2024.
It is true.
A for effort.
Okay, we're gonna do Jack of Diamonds, Chancellor's Waltz, and Dill Pickle Rag. I didn't know what was going on. Yeah. All right, Chancellor's Waltz. Dill picker, yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
Awesome. You did great. I think many of you have noticed at this point that this is not a normal contest. You can hoot, you can holler, you can say, you can literally yeehaw. The only thing we ask you to not do is to clap along. Because I'm sure you're probably thinking, I know how to clap on beat, but there's always that one person who doesn't actually know how to clap on beat. And then it sounds like someone is clapping randomly in the middle of your song. So everything else you can do. You can cartwheel, you can dance. We have people dance back there every year. You're totally good. Just please don't clap on beat. Thank you. Yeah, you can applaud after, of course. You can always applaud. You can applaud during? Yeah, see, that's exactly what we love to hear. All right, Jeremy, how are you, exactly, lots of yeehaws. How are you feeling today, Jeremy? You're feeling good? You ready? It's nice and warm out now? Yeah, it was freezing earlier today.
Yeah, that's right. Great for the
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's not gonna make your fiddle go out of tune. Are you having 2 guitars or 1? Awesome. Then, in that case, you're welcome to introduce yourself.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm Jeremy. I'm going to do Wild John, Martin's Waltz, and the Allen Held Polka. All right, ready?
Ready.
Alrighty. So up next, we're going to be having Jason Touche. Got a little bit of a traffic jam.
G minor, okay. G minor, there we go. some information. Oh, Garfield Blackberry. You didn't tell me that. Oh, I left it. Wouldn't have made it. And then the B part is E minor?
Yeah.
Just right. Oh. Okay. Hey there, we're gonna do.
Let me raise that up a little bit.
Sure. Thank you.
Some windscreen.
Yeah, the wind and the guitars will be accompanying me. I'm gonna be doing 3 songs for you: Garfield's Blackberry, Blossom,
Yeah.
Whistler's Waltz, and Dill Pickle Rag.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So that looks like that's going to be wrapping up the adult division. We're going to be taking a half a second, and then we'll be heading towards the junior round. Alrighty, and how are the judges feeling? Just waiting for the judges to deliberate.
We're going to hear a little bit about the contest itself, along with the business that puts it on, by Aaron Carter.
Hello. Well, we can all thank Denise Carter, my mom, for putting on this contest. It is so much work, and thank you to all the volunteers, seriously, and all the people just helping us whenever we need it, and the sound company. Give a hand to the sound company. Woo! Cascade Sound, I believe. And our judges. Yeah, woo! Yeah, later. But yeah, thank you all for coming and watching and participating and getting up on stage even though you don't want to sometimes. And it is scary, but it takes a lot of courage, and I'm very proud of everyone that has played so far and everyone that's going to play. But I do have a foundation that I started just earlier this year. It's brand new. It's called Fiddle Legacy Foundation. And it's a 501c3. You can Google us, check us out. If you're a fiddle player especially, we have some really cool niche t-shirts and cups and stuff like that only fiddle nerds would get. But we also have a podcast. It's called Fiddle Legends. So you can look it up on Spotify or Apple Music. But we are working on putting together a collection of interviews from fiddle players. Oh, thank you. All across the country. And really my mission with that is not only to interview the fiddle players because they're awesome themselves, but also hear some of their stories from their mentors and preserve the historical bit of it for you guys. So go ahead, listen to that, Fiddle Legends. If you like bluegrass, I interviewed Michael Cleveland on Fiddle Legends podcast, who's an amazing fiddle player. If you're into Texas style, contest style, the Joe Seitz episode, I get compliments on all the time. He's a really good storyteller. And then we've got Larry Franklin, who's from Nashville, Tennessee. He's played with like everyone you've heard on the country radio, including Post Malone's latest album, too. But anyway, so check it out. Fiddle Legends Podcast, Fiddle Legacy Foundation. Is that it? Okay, good.
And while we're talking about... Oh, what? Sorry. While we're talking about big music, if you've ever watched Yellowstone, Aaron played the fiddle music for that. So first up in the junior division, we have Lorelei Hine. You probably saw her earlier today in the Fiddleocity performance. How long have you been playing violin for? Like a billion years?
I think it's 12.
But how old are you though?
16.
So you've been playing for, I don't even want to figure out what fraction that is. A long time. A long time. So what are you going to play for us today?
I'm going to play Done Gone, Whistler's Waltz, and Black and White Rag.
Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes when the weather gets warm or cold rapidly, you have to retune your instruments because the wood gets harder, denser, more softer, depending on whether it gets cold.
Or
It
there's a
expands
machine
and
directly
contracts.
behind
Yeah.
the stage that is humming at just a little sharp. So you think you're out of tune, but you're really just trying to tune to the machine behind it.
Great job.
That was Laura Lahine, everybody. Next up, we have, is it Megan? Megan? I think it's Megan, right? Megan. We have Megan Nave. And where are you coming from? Where? Lapine, Oregon. How have I not heard of that?
And Megan likes to draw and bake.
Draw and bake. What do you like to bake? Apple pie. That's kind of hard to make,
Delicious.
isn't it? Yeah, I'm not a very good cook. I lit my kitchen on fire once. Yeah, thank you. See, you know what? It's actually some effort to light your kitchen on fire. Like, you have to be that unaware. All right. Do you want to let us know what you're going to be playing today?
I'll be playing Long Cold Winter, Lazenda's Waltz, and Allentown Polka.
Thank
That was Megan Nave. Who is our next contestant?
So coming up next, we have Julia Smith.
Awesome. Julia, you didn't put a bio. What do you like to do?
No hobbies?
You have no hobbies? Piano. What is it with all these people and being able to play like 7 instruments at once? Man, I'd love to play piano. I unfortunately have kind of short fingers. Like, I kind of try and play the piano and my reach is like maybe 3 keys.
Would you say a piano is a stringed instrument?
That's a good question. I don't know. I feel like it's a percussion instrument. I think it's a percussion. Don't shake your head at me. I think it's a percussion instrument.
Wrong answers only.
You think it's a string instrument? You hit something.
Can I borrow something to weigh this down with?
But okay, you're hitting the string, but okay.
I started a war.
I think it's a percussion, but you're not plucking the string.
I think so.
I don't know. I think it's a percussion instrument. I'm hitting something and it's making noise.
Look what I've done.
I'm gonna be in trouble later.
Yeah.
All right, Julia. Before you play, what are you gonna sing? What are you gonna play for us?
Brilliancy, Gardenia, Waltz, and Sleepy Jesus.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so coming up next, we have Juliet Rodriguez. Got the Fiddleosity merch on. Good flex, good flex.
Let's give a really big thank you to both of the guitarists that refused to leave the stage.
Also, a thank you to our sponsors, our volunteers. Thank you to our sound lab down there. Thank you to our video people doing the live stream. Hello to everyone online when you're watching.
I'm going to play Bitter Creek, Wednesday Night Waltz, and Dill Pickle.
Alrighty, and then up next, it looks like we have Andy Votberg,
The 30th Votberg we've seen today.
part of the nation.
How you doing today? You doing good? How are you? You've played guitar with 7 people.
You know, fun fact, before we knew his name on the sheet up here, we had him as Dad.
Yeah, because he's a dad.
I'm going to be playing Dusty Miller, Mark Swaltz, and Allentown Polka.
Alrighty. And so coming up last in the junior division, it looks like we have Tristan Paspon.
All the way from Texas. Tristan comes every year to make the rest of us feel worse about ourselves.
Always throwing heat.
There we go. I ran into him at the airport a couple weeks ago, actually. I was like, what are you doing here already?
Gotta keep an eye on the competition, keep them guessing.
Spying on me. Tristan, you ready? You good? How are you doing today? Good. What's the weather in Texas like? Is it hot? Hotter than here? How hot is it there?
Today's not so bad, but the highs is 91, I heard.
That's terrible. I'd melt. What are you going to be playing today?
I'm going to be playing Done Gone, a festival waltz, and a black and white rag.
Tristan Paskaman, who actually will also be in the championship division in a matter of minutes because he is first. But before that, I'm going to have my colleague tell you guys a little bit something about a raffle we have going on.
So today we're actually we're having a raffle for a violin. It's an electric violin. It's got a pickup on it so that you can plug it in for whatever you need to do with it, performing, recording, whatever you need to do. And it is $3 for a ticket to win this violin, $5 for 2 tickets. So go ahead and go over to the blue tent, I believe, and try to win yourself a violin today. The judges are going to deliberate for a second here, and then after we get done with deliberation, we're going to move on to the open division.
And we're going to go right into that because first we have the person you just saw play, all the way from Texas. I see him. I have eyes on him. I think he's probably just retuning his instrument and giving his hands a break. But we have... I think this is the most interesting division in the entire contest because it's just people who have been playing for a very long time. Aaron will be in it. This lovely lady right here will be in it. Tristan is our first contestant, so let's give him a really warm welcome, and thank you guys.
Yep.
Long time no see.
Maybe Dusty Miller, Chancellor's Waltz, and I don't know.
But no, they're quite good. Keep it up. Let's say they're not ready.
Sounds like we're potentially choosing our songs right now. Oh, we're waiting for the judges. Sorry. I think the judges sometimes still have to tally up what they've got going for the actual judging part of the contest. Or they have to, sometimes judging can be very wearing and you just have to relax for a second or get a drink. Yeah, I mean, it's it's awful. No, it's you're sitting out in the heat for the whole day. I haven't seen any of them get up for a bathroom break. Are you guys okay? As I'm saying that, I'm like, is that legal?
They volunteered. It's their fault.
They're good. They're good. We have 4 lovely lineups or people in this lineup for you guys. It sounds like Tristan's telling a very riveting story to his guitarist right now. And then after we have Aaron and we have Celeste and Libby. So I actually have eyes on most of them right now. Let's take this moment to thank some of our sponsors. If you were here earlier, you know some of them, but we didn't mention all of them. We want to give a really big thank you to Carrie Edwards because she donated. There's some feedback. She donated and really helped the contest be to where it is right now, and without her we wouldn't be able to put this on. We wanted to thank obviously the Clark County Fair because they let us use this space and they have for 8 years, and without them we literally wouldn't be able to do this. We also want to thank Kennedy Violins, Bimart, and International Graphics and Nameplate Incorporated because they have provided all of the trophies for us, and you can't have a contest without a trophy. Like, you technically can, but like, what's the fun in that, man? And it finally cleared up too. It's like everything is going well. Like, it was cold this morning. I was cold. I had a sweatshirt on. I was like,
It was sprinkling a little bit.
Yeah, it was. I was like, it is August. What are we doing? It is not Mayflower shower time yet.
And I also want to mention thank you to WATFA for making this all possible. Mm-hmm. Big appreciation.
And Washington Old Time Fiddlers Association. Thank you.
There we go.
Specifically districts 9 and 10 because they provide all of our volunteers, and we won't have a contest without them. And I know I keep saying that, but I really do mean it. Like, without the runners, without all of us, like, we wouldn't be able to do this. So that's just a huge thank you to all of you guys who are helping out with this. I think we're gonna get started here just in a second. Judges, how are we looking? You're about ready? All right. Cool. All right. Tristan, how are you feeling? A little bit tired. When did you get in? When did you get into Oregon? A few days ago. Has it? Oh, the Willamette Valley. Yeah. How was that? It was good. Were you in the open or were you in the junior? How'd that go? It went fine. That one's always kind of competitive. Yeah. Yeah. How did you do? Did you get first?
He won.
I expect nothing less from you. Do you want to let us know what you're gonna play?
I'm going to be playing Dusty Miller, Chancellor's Waltz, and I Don't Love Nobody. Hey judges, when you're ready, just give me a thumbs up. Alrighty. Sweet. Chancellor's Waltz. don't love nobody.
Alrighty, and then before we move on to our next round, we are going to take a half a second because our next contestant is Erin Carter, and she needs to get her violin.
Yeah, we're going straight from last junior to first champion to second champion, all in a row. She's on stage for all of them, and Fiddleosity, so kind of 4 in a row. Erin is my teacher and many of our teachers. She was Lorelai's teacher. She still is Lorelai's teacher. Julie is your student, right? Yeah, she's like, her and Denise are just our fiddle moms. How are you doing? You doing good?
I would say Denise is my fiddle mom as well because she's my actual
Literally
mom.
your mom, yeah.
Yeah.
She is his literal mom. And
yeah, no fiddle, just mom.
Fiddle or violin is actually the same instrument. And I think every fiddle player gets asked this, but it's the same instrument. They're just played differently. You play classical music on that all the time. You
could always play it like a fiddle, or you could play it wrong.
Yeah, exactly. You can play your fiddle with fiddle tunes, or you could misuse it.
All
right.
I'm about to, I promise.
And Erin, what are you going to play for us today? Oh, Erin's thinking. A lot of very advanced fiddle players will pick their songs right as they're on stage. Whatever feels best for them in the moment, they will pick.
Oh, I forgot to turn in my tune sheet. Am I going to get disqualified? Doc me.
And Erin actually also has she has a podcast and an album on Spotify, and that's my cleaning music. I've listened to that every time I don't want to listen to lyrics. It's my favorite thing.
Thanks.
I genuinely listen to it like every week.
Okay, let's do Tom and Jerry. Rose of Avamore. Right now.
We say it's a B flat.
Slightly short, yeah. Cotton Patch? Yeah. Cotton Patch Rag.
Alrighty. And then we're going to go ahead and do the switcheroo again because our next contestant is Celeste.
Yeah, the same switcheroo. We have Celeste coming up next. And look at that sportsmanship, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you are competing against these people, but they're also backing you up on guitar. I think Erin, if I had to guess, is probably getting her guitar up to back up Celeste.
Oh, yeah.
And she backed up Tristan. And, like, that's the real meaning of this contest is friendship.
And that's what we try to do in the fiddle community. It is a competition, but everyone remembers every once in a while that we're all friends and we're here to work together.
Yeah, no, we've all spent days together at contests, and that's the best part, really.
A little bit too many days sometimes.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, you come for the contest, but you stay for the people. And I know that's corny, but it's true. Exactly, one big weird family.
A fiddling family.
Yeah, all love each other, and we all have relative pitch.
All right, we're gonna play Dusty Miller. Kentucky Waltz. Thank you.
That was Celeste, everybody. Last in this division, but certainly not least, we have Libby Rogers. And Libby, where are you from? Boise, Idaho. That is really near Weezer. Have you been to Weezer? I love Weezer. It is the best.
Libby Rogers is actually a fiddle teacher and an orthodontic assistant.
That's a hard
Fancy.
job. Alrighty. Do we have anybody? Do you have one accompanist? Awesome, Celeste is just getting. Oh, there we go. Her guitar out.
Reverse switcheroo.
Love the. Oh my gosh, what is it called when you're friends with someone?
No idea. I don't got any
Good
of those.
sportsmanship. Friends, same thing. All right, you good? What are you playing?
I'm playing Sally Gooden, Velvet's Waltz, and I Don't Love Nobody.
Thank you.
Alrighty. That will be the end of our championship division today. We're getting ready to head towards the Small Fry and Novice Awards, but that's... I know. And so we're heading towards the Small Fry and Novice Awards right now. We're just going to sit back for a second here. And while we do that, I would like to thank Anthony Mature for being our on-staff guitar player. He is not going to win any awards tonight, and we haven't been counting him towards the competition for the most played guitar of the contest. He's doing this all out of his love of the game. Alrighty, could I get the Small Fry and Novice divisions up towards the stage?
All right, if I could have all the novices come up, that would be awesome. Can I have all the novices on stage, all of our novice players? So I'm talking Paula, I'm talking everybody else, because I forgot everybody else's name on the page.
Paula.
Paul. Is Dylan here? Hey guys. All right. I'm going to pass the announcing off, and we are going to hear who our winners are.
Alrighty, so for our Novice Division 2020... Oh, one moment. What's going on?
We're having a pause, it looks like. There we go. We are having somebody hand them out, it looks like. All right, we have a designated trophy person, because the winner of each category gets a very beautiful trophy presented to us by IGN. Thank you for sponsoring us.
Not according to...
Alrighty, now we can proceed. Oh, it doesn't look like it's on. Oh, did it die?
Alrighty, so for our Novice Division, in third place, we have Dylan. That's Dylan Guptill. In second place, we have Greta Guptill. And that means first place is Paula Votberg. I said that wrong. And are we getting some pictures of these winners?
Yeah, we're gonna take some pictures of everybody.
And all of these contestants are walking away with cash in their pockets.
And now if I could have all of my small fries up here line up, we can give them their prizes. Can I have the small fries? There we go, there they are. Yeah, you got some face paint, didn't you? Well, some very high energy after today.
Just go ahead and line up right here, however you'd like. Alrighty, and for our small fry division, in 5th place is Lulu Guptill. Congratulations. In 4th place is Kyra Mesa. In 3rd place is Cecily Votberg. We're getting down the line. In 2nd place is Archer McCubbins. We're going to save that one for him. He's not here right now. And that makes 1st place Bradley Guptill. Congratulations.
I don't know. There's 6 of them. I think only 5 of them get that. Yeah, okay.
And everybody will be getting something when they walk off this stage today.
Did we get the photo of all of them? We're good? Okay. Let's get closer. Let's get closer, everybody. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, hold on. Right here. Get closer. There we go. Riley, hold up your trophy.
Guys are all good to come back off stage. Give them a big old hand, guys. Right. So that is the end of day 1 of our contest. We are officially through the first half.
And tomorrow we have a huge lineup again, so make sure you come back and visit us again, because you will have a chance to enter that raffle for that fiddle, and you'll get to see awesome fiddle players. So really, it's a win-win. Thank you guys all for coming today, and we hope to see you tomorrow.
Have a beautiful night, everybody.